welcome Vernon Payne.
Keep it going for Ivy, guys. Keep it going. Yeah, and in the summer of 2009, I started comedy in Albany, New York. And, okay, yeah, quite a depressed person. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have been to Albany, New York before, but it fucking sucks. It just sucks. Like, this is what it is. Like, there's nothing there. Like, it has the look of Flint, Michigan, and the alcoholism of Staten Island. It's just not a great place. Like even the further you go, it just gets weird. It just gets weird. Like, I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and we're walking her dog, and someone just comes out and just walks their llama. A llama! I didn't know that you can walk llamas. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I thought maybe you just like walk with the llama. You know what I mean? Like, you just walk in, like, just tell a llama about your fucked up life. You know what I mean? I shit's fucked up right now. Make a left. You know, I think that's what you would do, you know, but outside of that, Albany was a cool place to learn the standing stones of everything to do comedy, you know? And as I started doing it, in the fall of that year, I had decided to join a comedy contest in Oneonta, New York, at SUNY Oneonta, right? So before I was gonna go, I typed on Facebook, does anyone wanna go with me? And one of my cool white lady friends, Colleen, she's like, yeah, I'll go with you. And I used to work with Colleen at a place called Hot Topic. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Hot Topic, but that's where depressed vampires and juggalos go to shop. That's just a place where they go to shop, you know? So me and Colleen, we hop in my car and we drive all the way to Oneonta, New York. And when we got there, there was no one around. It was like about 8 p.m., it's dark, there's no one around. And my black spider sense turned on, you know? If you guys know, like black spider sense is where when you go to like a predominantly white space and there's not enough white people around for you to feel safe, you know what I mean? It's like any town in Pennsylvania, you know what I mean? That's where, or there is too many white people around for you to feel safe. Like in the town of Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? That's just is what it is. So, you know, we walk inside the college, and I say hello to everyone. And it is me, a few more stand-ups, and a comedy magician. Yes. It's me and a comedy magician. And everyone, you know, we start doing our things, you know, everyone does their thing. I tell my jokes, the guy does his tricks, and everything, and then at the end, all the votes get tallied up, you know? And what do you know? Your boy Vernon Payne lost to a comedy magician. I was just lost to a comedy. Said you can't beat card tricks and dick jokes. Just one of them you just can't fucking beat, you know? So like, you know, I was like, all right, well, I lost. So, you know, me and Colleen head back in the car and we go back down to, you know, back home to Albany. And about 30 to 40 minutes passed. And my car is running on E. It's just got no gas left. So like I pull off, I have to get some gas. And when I get to that gas station is closed. You know, it's about like 11:30, maybe like midnight, and it's closed. I've never heard a gas station closing that early before, you know? So I was like, all right, cool. Keep on driving, and it's dark, it is foggy, there's no one around. I'm a black man in a random town with a white woman. If this was a movie, my black ass dies first. That's pretty much how this goes in the situation. And as I keep on driving, out of nowhere appears a bar from the fog on my driver hand side. So I was like, all right, let's go in this bar. And Colleen's like, do you want to come in? I'm like, no, just stay in the car. And I walk in, and there is 20 white faces just staring at me. And I know I'm lost, and they damn sure know that I'm fucking lost, you know? And in this situation, there is always one brave, racist soul, you know, that's like, well, you're mighty lost, boy, right? You know? And listen, I have been called the N-word in my life. I have never been called boy. But seeing how I was outnumbered, boy's okay. I'm okay with boy. You know what I mean? I think they all know. You know what I mean? Where you from, boy? Well, Brooklyn, New York, you know? But everyone was cool, you know? I was like, hey guys, do you know where I can find a gas station? And the guy's like, yeah, down the road. It's all right. Hop back in my car, head my ass back down the road to the gas station, and that gas station is closed too. So I'm like, shit. Turn around, drive back up, and that same guy is outside. The bar is closed. And he's like, hey man, wave me over. He's like, hey man, I live across the street. I got some gas in my house. And I'm like, oh, awesome. This is how I die. This is pretty much how I die. This is, you know, there's the old gas in the house trick behind there. So I hop in the car, and I go up to the guy's place across the street. And I tell Colleen, in the passenger side the door, there is a hunter's knife in that door. Grab it. You know? So she reaches inside the passenger side door and pulls out a butter knife. Just a butter knife. You can't do anything with a butter knife, you know? Unless you're an assassin, but you can't do anything. And I'm like, fuck. But I'm trying to figure out why is there a butter knife in the passenger side door? And I realized that a couple of days before, I was using that knife to spread frosting on my toaster strudel. You know, because I'm a gentleman, because, you know, I'm a cool guy, you know? Like, I don't do now, like, you know, open the package and spread it around shit. Nope. I take the fucking knife, spread it around, because I'm a classy motherfucker. That's pretty much how I do it. So I'm like, all right, cool, well, just grab the knife, and whatever happens, you better butter knife his ass. You know what I mean? So I go inside the glove compartment, and I take out a pair of brass knuckles that was inside there and put it in my back pocket, you know? Because I'm a, you know, if I go down, we're both going fucking down, you know? Now hop out the car. The guy comes out, and he gives me some gas. You know? And we're having a great conversation. And I'm like, oh, all right. Thank you very much, sir. I'll be on my way. And I'm thinking, like, man, that's a nice thing for a stranger to do for a person, you know? That doesn't happen all the time. And that shit was dope. But that's one of the main times in my life when I realized that I'm a black dude in a random town with a white woman. Because history doesn't lean itself to the two just being around. You know? Someone always goes a little bit extra with it. Like, in that moment, you know, realizing now, I know how my ancestors felt. You know, just being in the same fucking place. Whether you're dating or just friends, someone has to be, you know, go the extra. But there's also a thing where I didn't like the fact that I had to judge this guy based on the color of his skin. You know? I don't want to be prejudiced, you know? Even though I may be right, you know? But I hate the fact that, like, I thought that, you know? Like, if I'm going to inhabit the ideas, the words, the sayings of Martin, I have to be in it completely. And I feel like we all have to. We all have to stop judging people based on our preconceived notions. You know, take them as what they are until you're right. Hop back in the car, and I drive to Albany with Colleen. I drop her off, and I go back home. And when I go home, I go up the stairs, and I take the real knife and put it right back in the fucking car. Because in the words of our former President Bush, fool me once, shame on you. You fooled me, can't get fooled again. You know what I mean? Thank you guys very much, I appreciate it.